Page 29, quiet time. At the top of the page, they're introducing a new note now for the the bass clef, and that is the low B. So you have middle C, and you go down to this C, and this B is right under that. It's this one. It's the next to the bottom line in the bass clef. That's a B. You need to memorize that note. Know what it is from now on. I'm assuming you know all the notes we've covered so far, because we're still going to be adding notes, more notes, as we go through the book. Now, quiet time. Well, this is a little different. There's no eighth notes in this one. It's real short, a couple lines long or so. Treble and bass clef, no sharps or flats in the key signature. When the key is C major, 4/4 time signature, and we got quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. I see endings at the bottom, so we'll talk about those. Here we're playing two note chords for the most part in both hands at the same time. Well, if you can do it in one hand or the other, you can do it in both. Now, take it one hand at a time, make sure we understand the notes and everything that's going on in each hand. So the right hand's starting here, so you're in this position. And it's 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, and then at the end of the line, the thumb comes down one here. The hand isn't moving, the thumb comes down. See, it's very common in these positions where the outside fingers have to cover two notes. That's just the way it is, and that's just what we're doing here. The thumb's covering that note. And the second line, look at the first ending there. You have here, the C has that little line there. That's a tie. Remember tied notes? You hang on to it. In other words, you're not going to play the C again. You're just putting the D. You're going from here to here. Here. You're just changing the upper note. The bottom note just to help hold it down. Left hand, well, you're here and here. And then here, the next measure, it's the B. It's a new note. Like here, the little finger's coming down. Remember, the outside finger's got to cover two notes. You just come down. The hand isn't moving, just little finger. Because in the next measure, it's got to come back up. Pretty much the left hand. Put the hands together. We got 4 notes going down. Try and get them all down at the same time. Good luck with that. I can't. Maybe you can do it. I don't know. 2. Let the wrist collapse a little bit. Don't get tense on this. Relax. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Get the idea? Okay. So you go through and put the hands together, and then go back and get rid of any hesitations you have. And it would be nice eventually if you could get to where you could play this without looking at the keyboard, where you can, the thumb can move down and the little finger can move down, and you don't have to look. You can feel that distance. Once we have that, we can add the articulation, which there isn't any. Just connect it all as best you can. The dynamics, P is piano for soft. And it's going to be both hands. Just play both hands about the same. These are just some nice sounding chords. Whatever you think soft is. Let's go through the road map next, actually. Before we do the interpretation, let's do the road map. And that is dealing with these endings at the bottom. We've had these before. Remember, the first time you play it, you do the first ending. And it has a repeat sign. So that sends you back to the beginning. And so you go through it again. And the second time you play it, you do the second ending. Don't do the first ending again. You only do it once. You do it one time according to its number, and that's it. So the piece is really about twice as long as it looks, but that's okay. Then interpretation. Well, the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Feel this. 1, 2. I exaggerate them so you can hear them better, but you just want to feel them. They're very slight. As far as the phrasing goes on that, if you feel phrases in here, you can try it. In my mind, you almost could do this in 2 major phrases, where it's here, and then lift up, and then lift up, last line, it would be like 4 measures to the phrase. It's up to you on how you feel it on the phrasing. You just like taking a breath. You're just lifting up a little bit. You have to lift up between the chords anyway, but this is a little longer lift. Just quietly. Put somebody to sleep. One way of playing it. It's not the only way of playing it. I could interpret this different ways. I can adjust these dynamics a little bit. For instance, maybe I play the first 2 measures a little louder than the second 2 measures, so it's like an echo on the second 2 measures. So if I bring it up a little bit, mezzo piano at the beginning, then I play the next one very soft. Then I come back up. Here at the second line, I can start this sort of soft, and I get a little louder, and then I come back down. Get a little louder, and then I come back down. You feel these things as you get into it. Experiment, try different things out, see what works, see what doesn't. Now, when you repeat things in music, it's really nice, if you can, to find a way so you don't play it twice exactly the same way. Here we have a repeat sign and we're playing it twice and there's nothing. So find something you can change. Change the dynamic. Do a different dynamic the second time. Change it up. Maybe you keep the dynamic pretty simple the first time and then you start getting louder and softer as you feel it the second time through. Change something. Yeah. It's up to you on what you change, but again, it gets into interpreting the music. Let's play it together slowly and just make sure we got all the same notes. Now, it's hard to hear 4 notes at a time, but I think you can still tell if you're playing a note different than I am, it won't sound quite right, and you need to check that. So I'll give us 4 counts. I'm going to play them all about the same. I'm not going to do any dynamics, and we will do the repeat. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.